Now at 10, Neosho, Missouri plays host to its annual citywide garage sale. Plus, the Crawford County Mental Health Center brings mobile access to the community. And a four-state hero from World War II finds his final resting place after 75 years.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
Bargain hunters flocked to Neosho for its annual citywide garage sale. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. More than 300 people set up today to sell their unwanted possessions at a discount. It's a massive event for the city, drawing in people from all over the region. People save up their stuff all year to get rid of it when the buyers come to town.
My family and then my folks. So we had 3 different places. They have a large shop at their on their property, and so there was one room of the shop that was just for this stuff here. Plus my basement, I had a lot of stuff down there. So I'm going to be very happy for it all to go away.
Just in case you missed out today, the sales resume tomorrow, scattered all across Neosho. The event is touted as Missouri's largest garage sale. It was a great day to be at a garage sale. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Well, it definitely turned out to be a nice Friday for us today. Temperatures are fantastic. Back to where we should be for this time of the year after Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, kind of chilly. 69, but we had a frosty start of 34 degrees during the morning hours. Now the winds, they're really going to pick up as we get into late tonight, tomorrow. Look at this. We're going to have winds gusting 35, 40, maybe 45 miles per hour at times. They stay very strong all the way through Sunday as well. So a lot to watch. We do have a few clouds which are streaming in. Our next storm system building out to the west. That's going to give us some thunderstorms tomorrow night, but tonight's okay. But at least we don't get back into the 30s. We only drop back to about 49 and then back to 60 by 10 a.m. We're going to look at that thunderstorm chance for you and also your eclipse forecast here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. Speaking of eclipse, excitement is building around Monday's total solar eclipse. Day will turn into night for a few precious minutes along the path of totality that stretches from Texas to Maine. But the solar event comes with its share of warnings, even for Americans outside of its path. Karen Kaifa has details.
A total solar eclipse, the passage of the moon between the Earth and Sun blocking the Sun's face, is a major event.
The normal rhythms of Earth are disrupted.
And millions of Americans want to catch a glimpse on Monday. The American Academy of Ophthalmology says even for just a few seconds, sunglasses are not enough.
There's really only one way to safely look at the sun, whether it's during the eclipse or not, and that's through the use of special purpose solar filters.
Look for certified solar eclipse glasses and solar viewers with filters that meet an international standard for safety. Clinical spokesperson Dr. Amy Vidata says without those filters, the dangers are real.
These rays can damage the light-sensitive rods and cones, essentially causing a burn in the retina. So this burn can cause temporary or permanent vision loss.
And flight itineraries across the country could be impacted Monday. The Federal Aviation Administration cautions of possible delays as aircraft and drones try to witness what's happening in the skies. There are potential roadway hazards too.
Please don't just stop on the side of the road. It's really important to make sure that we stay focused on everyone around us. People are probably going to be stopping, so be careful.
An analysis published in the journal JAMA Internal Medicine found a 31% increase in traffic risks, on par with holidays like Thanksgiving, around the time of the 2017 eclipse, largely due to increased volume on the roadways. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Right here at home, we should experience close to 95% coverage. Better get those solar eclipse glasses. The Crawford County Mental Health Center hit the road today to bring health services directly to the community. The center, with the help of an RV, took mobile same-day access to different areas in the county. Its goal is to reduce barriers and increase access to mental health and substance use services for individuals who may be unable to access same-day access at its physical Pittsburgh location.
I just really was excited to work for the Community Health Center because I feel like I'm giving back to my community, and this just takes that to another level.
Mobile same-day access will be available the first Friday of each month from 9 a.m. to noon in the parking lot of Northeast High School. It will also be available the last Friday of each month from 9 a.m. to noon at the Crawford County Courthouse. Carthage residents elected the first Latino school board member in the district's history this week. Maria Sanchez won with 32% of the 3,555 votes. She has been involved in the community since she moved to the 4 states almost 20 years ago. Even though the district offers translators to support parents who don't have English as their first language, having a board member who comes from the same background and understands their culture is especially important to the town's Latino community.
I don't just want it to be me, I want other Hispanic leaders. It's not just me, we need to be working at it and be in front and be more resourceful and be available to serve our community.
Nos sentimos como en casa. Para nosotros es muy importante.
We feel at home. For us, it's very important, the language. Like for us, our first language is Spanish. So it's hard. For education, it's very important to our family.
Es muy importante para nuestra familia.
Sanchez's son and daughter graduated from Carthage schools. Now her grandchild is a student in the district. 43% of Carthage student body identify as Latino or Hispanic. According to the Department of Education of Missouri, 8% of enrolled students in K through 12 were Hispanic statewide. Today, a 4-state hero is laid to rest after more than 75 years. Corporal Julius Glenn Wolf was just 20 years old when he was declared missing in action and then deceased following D-Day in 1944. But in 2023, his family received news from the Army they never expected to hear. Corporal Wolf's remains were found and identified through DNA sampling. Today, he was laid to rest in his hometown of Liberal with military honors.
My dad would have been happy. He's gone now also. But we feel like there's just some closure here, and we have a lot of family members who have been able to share in this wonderful honor.
Corporal Wolf's family says they hope to continue to learn more about the fallen soldier's life. Both the Lions and Gorillas see action on the diamond today. Brock has highlights from their games and more coming up later in sports. But first, a 4.8 earthquake shakes up the Northeast this morning. We'll have the latest.
The real floor. Nice one, Kelly. LL Flooring. Every step covered.
An earthquake this morning shook millions of people across a large part of the Northeast, including New York City and New Jersey and Philadelphia. As CBS News correspondent Michael George reports, the earthquake caused a wide range of reactions.
Is this an earthquake? Yo, is this an earthquake?
This live streamer was filming when the 4.8 magnitude earthquake shook much of the northeastern U.S. on Friday morning.
All of us felt in some way or another the earthquake that hit our city around 10:23 a.m.
The earthquake startled customers at this coffee shop. While from Harlem to the New York suburbs, Friday's earthquake was recorded and the story shared far and wide.
We saw the buildings moving and everything, though. It was kind of scary.
I enjoyed the shaking. I was not fearful. I said, whatever comes, comes.
A camera on the top of the Statue of Liberty created a bird's eye view of the quake. These dogs jumped to attention as the shaking rocked homes, and a meeting at the United Nations was briefly interrupted.
We're making the ground shake.
It's a reminder that, we need to prepare in a place like New York City that rarely gets earthquakes. Even a little shake can kind of test some systems, and good that people are inspecting to make sure that nothing was disturbed.
We were in our hotel room and we felt this rumbling on the floor, and it felt like there was a subway going under us.
I was scared. I've never felt one before because I grew up in New York and we don't really have them often.
State and local officials are warning residents to be on alert for aftershocks, which continued into Friday evening. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The U.S. Geological Survey said more than 42 million people might have felt that mid-morning quake. The Children's Center of Southwest Missouri held its annual pinwheel garden ceremony today at the Joplin Police Department. The center planted a total of 86 pinwheels to represent each child the police department assisted through the Children's Center last year. The pinwheels represent the innocence and freedom that children should be able to experience in a world without abuse.
And so we use this month really to push out into the community about child abuse and making sure that our safe adults in our community are aware of that and know that if they suspect child abuse, they should make a report.
The Children's Center of Southwest Missouri assisted over 1,000 families between its 4 centers in 2023. The sounds of engines filled Lamar, Missouri this evening. The group Lamar Cruise Night hosted its first event of the year. Today's event was called Cars and Trucks Unite. It's not just a casual cruise. There are prizes up for grabs, and today there were more than usual.
The fellowship that we have with all of our communities, we sometimes have in our big super summer cruise coming up in June, we'll have 35 communities represented. So it's just getting together and just shooting the breeze and having a good night of fellowship.
The Lamar Cruise Night Committee also served chili to attendees. Doug returns with another look at your forecast, and a little later, some local high school baseball teams hit the diamond today for the annual Mickey Mantle Classic in Commerce. Brock has highlights and more coming up in sports.
Neosho Arts Council
Well, of course, it turned out to be a nicer day for us today. Temperatures pretty good as we went into the upper 60s. The winds, just kind of a light breeze, and that's kind of where we are sitting right now, kind of a southeasterly wind, 5 to 10 to 15. But these really increase as we go through the overnight hours tonight and then into your Saturday. Check this out. We're going to have winds gusting 40, upwards of 45 at times for us on Saturday. Maybe not quite as strong on Sunday, but still, we're going to have gusts 25, 30 to 35 miles per hour. So windy weekend, but it is going to be a warm weekend. We do have some clouds increasing. This is the beginnings of our next storm system. You can see the mid and upper level clouds out across parts of Nebraska and then into Kansas. But the main system is spinning right here, moving out into the southwestern parts of the U.S. near the Four Corners. And that system is going to head toward us. And in fact, gives us at least a low threat for severe weather tomorrow evening. A level 1 out of 5. The higher threat is on the Kansas and the Oklahoma side. We're looking at timing between 7 p.m. and midnight. Main threats are going to be hail and wind. Tornado threats low. In fact, all the threats are fairly low. But if we did get some strong to severe thunderstorms, most of these would just produce hail and wind. But it is something we got to watch as we go into the weekend. All right, tonight's fine. 48 to about 50. As we go through the morning hours, by noon, upper 60s, sunshine. Some clouds get in here during the afternoon, but check out our temperatures, mid 70s. Now, tomorrow evening, here we go. Scattered thunderstorms about 7 p.m. Western counties work in Iola, Chanute, Fredonia, Neodesha, Independence. By 8 or 9, they should get to the Missouri-Kansas state line. By 10 or 11, all in southwest Missouri by midnight or 1. And then all gone by 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, rainfall with these storms. We got to see where those heaviest storms set up. But if you get stuck underneath one of those heavier storms, we are going to pick up a half an inch, maybe upwards to 3/4 of an inch, which of course we need the rain. Breaking down the weekend, 75 tomorrow, 70 on Sunday. Of course, those overnight storms and very windy as we go through the weekend. Now, the other big weather topic, of course, is Eclipse Monday. What's the weather going to be like? So we're looking at 1:30. Totality just to our south and to our east. Let's zoom into the 4-state area. If you're viewing the eclipse from here, we are going to have partly sunny skies, but it may drop the visibility just a bit. Now, if you want to go into totality, we need this storm system to slow down because right now it looks like a lot of clouds. Fingers crossed on this because I would like to go into totality as we get into Monday. All right, 74 tomorrow, 70 on Sunday, 74 again on Monday. Thunderstorms again Tuesday into Wednesday, but temperatures throughout the period looking pretty good.
Looking pretty good indeed. Thanks, Doug. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with KOAM Skywatch Weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search the KOAM Skywatch Weather app. Oklahoma approves more than $8 million in federal funds to build 13 charging stations along Oklahoma interstates. The stations will be within 50 miles of pre-existing or planned sites, within 1 mile driving distance of an exit, equipped with at least 4 charging ports capable of simultaneous 150 kilowatt or higher charging, accessible 24/7, 365, and have broadband or cellular capability. The charging stations are expected to be opened in 2025. Coming up in sports, Pittsburgh State baseball goes on the road for a battle with the number 2 ranked team in the nation. Plus, the 25th annual Mickey Mantle Classic gets started in Commerce. Brock Baldridge has those stories and more up next in sports.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough at Lambert Tractor. Get 0% interest on select.
You go. A message from Wade's RV, your 2024 travel companion.
Well, the Missouri Southern Lions return home at Warner Turner Field after losing 2 of their last 3 games last weekend. The Lions look to bounce back this weekend against Central Oklahoma. A brisk night in Joplin as Missouri Southern takes the field hosting the 19th-ranked UCO Broncos. We head to the top of the 3rd inning now. Broncos lead 2-0. Matt Bond hits a bloop single out to left field, comes down for a hit. A run comes in to score, and Central Oklahoma takes a 3-0 lead. Southern looks to get back in this game as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Drew Townsend singles up the middle into center field. Garrett Rice rounds 3rd and slides home safely, and the Lions are on the board down 3-1. A few batters later, Henry Kuziak is at the plate, and take a good look. You won't see this one for long. It's a game-tying 2-run home run, and Missouri Southern evens things up at 3 apiece. Jump ahead to the 4th inning now. Southern threatening to take the lead as Garrett Rice puts a charge into this ball deep to center field. Look at this. Caleb Glass makes an outstanding catch at the fence. Central Oklahoma takes game 1 as the Broncos beat the Lions 7-5. We go over to Warrensburg tonight as Pitt stays on the road facing the number 2 ranked Central Missouri Mules. Central Missouri takes down Pitt State, winning this game 9-1. Pitt State looks to even up the series tomorrow at 2 p.m. Well, this weekend is filled with numerous high school baseball tournaments across the 4 states, and one of those is the longest standing tournaments, happens to be in Commerce, Oklahoma. Day 2 of the 25th annual Mickey Mantle Classic in Commerce, Diamond versus East Newton. All teams using wood bats in this tournament. Peyton Marbo on the hill for the Wildcats gets the swinging strike on the 1st, then catches the next batter looking in the 2nd before another swinging strikeout to end the inning. Still scoreless in the 3rd. Until Adam Brown comes up to the plate, hits a bouncing ball up the middle, and that will lead to the game's first run, and the Wildcats take a 2-0 lead. Nothing in the 5th now as Giancarlo Martinez drives this pitch into left center field, trying to add to that lead. But East Newton, look at this. Great relay to the plate, and they get the out at home plate. The Patriots, well, they just couldn't break through in this game against Marbo as he gets a swinging strikeout in the 6th. Marbo throws a complete game, striking out 7, picking up the win. Diamond beats East Newton 4-1. Next game up in Commerce, Quapaw taking on Arcadia Valley. We go to the top of the 2nd inning now. Wildcats trail 1-0 as Aiden Burton hits a line drive into left field, and that's a base hit. Next batter at the plate is going to strike out swinging, but Burton was already on the move on the pitch. He beats it out in the cloud of dust. He slides home safely with a steal. The Quapaw leaves him stranded there at second base. So we go to the bottom of the 4th now. Arcadia up 2-0. Comebacker right to Cooper Welch on the mound. He starts the 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. So we go to the top of the 5th inning now as Connor Fox at the plate smashes this pitch over the left fielder's head. He gets into second with a stand-up double. Wildcats load the bases that inning, but still can't bring across any runs as Arcadia wins this game by a final score of 5-1. Well, tonight marks the 2nd to last game of the regular season for Thunder Friday nights as Oklahoma City is looking to stay at the top of the Western Conference standings with just over 1 week remaining of the regular season. The Thunder visit Indianapolis tonight, taking on the Pacers. Starting off things in the second quarter, Tyrese Halliburton kicks out to Miles Turner. He splashes that three-pointer. Pacers lead by 10. Later in the second, Thunder look to get back in the game as Chet Holmgren drives the baseline, and there was a down with some authority. OKC trails by 8. Still in the second now. Indiana looking to answer that possession as Jalen Smith says, anything you can do, I can do better. Two-hand slam, and the Pacers lead it by 9. We go to the closing seconds of the third quarter. Tyrese Halliburton just running around, beats out the clock as it hits 0 for a buzzer-beating 3 to end the third quarter. So Indy is up by 11. We go to the fourth quarter now. Pacers start to pull away as Opie Toppin gets the rebound. The outlet pass over to Pascal Siakam in transition, throws it down. Indiana beats Oklahoma City 126-112. Thunder lose their third straight game. That's your look for sports. We're back after this.
Drop by for big savings on flooring at Johnson Floor & Home across from North Park Mall in Joplin.
And so Pacific Theater to dismantle German colonies. We are proud to salute Patrick Weldon, a 4-state hero.
Aye, lads and lassies, it's a day to celebrate Scottish heritage. Tomorrow is National Tartan Day. Now, a tartan itself is a plaid pattern that consists of crisscrossed vertical and horizontal bands in a variety of colors. Such patterns are commonly found in Scottish kilts, and the tartan has become synonymous with Scotland as a result. Created by presidential proclamation in 2008, National Tartan Day celebrates Americans who have Scottish ancestry. Now here's Doug.
Well, it looks like a pretty nice night for us tonight. We'll drop back to about 48 or 50 degrees. Windy over the weekend, 74 tomorrow. Thunderstorms tomorrow evening. Some of those could be strong to low-grade severe. Back to sunshine and windy on Sunday, and then clouds working in as we go into Monday. And of course, Monday is Eclipse Monday.
Now I'm going to encourage Brock to give us final sports wrap in a Scottish accent.
Not a chance. No, but some of our sports teams tonight, not much luck. Pitt State goes down, Missouri Southern goes down. However, the Kansas City Royals, they get the job done tonight against the White Sox, winning that game 2-1.
All right. Well, hopefully better luck next weekend to all our teams. For now, that's all for us. We'll see you here tomorrow on the weekend. From all of us here at KOAM, have a great night.
Closed captioning